Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
Welcome to the seasoned long snapper episode. I freaking love it. I don't know. I'm not sure other podcasts do an entire episode contributed to long snappers, but by gosh, I'm proud it is us. And at number 54 on the 49ers roster countdown comes in long snapper Jon Weeks, and I could not be more excited for a changeover at the long snapper position. Taper Pepper, it was a fan favorite, and like I love when people give love to long snappers and, you know, kind of the unheralded positions I do. But I'm sorry, as somebody who's broke down every single snap for the last 3.5 seasons, Taper Pepper was not good. He was not consistent, and the drama that he brought to the sidelines was not beneficial. Just know who you are in your role and stay in your lane sometimes is important. And it's not about you. You're a long snapper, man. Go do your job, whatever. I'm very happy for this new addition. And it's funny, we say new addition. He's one of the oldest players in the NFL. He's the oldest player on the 49ers roster now. He is 39 years young, Jon Weeks, 5'10", 242. He's stout, baby. Former power lifter. Dude's got some strength to him, but at 39 years old, he's one of the oldest players in the NFL. In fact, only Joe Flacco and Aaron Rodgers are older than him in the entire NFL. They're considerably older, but a couple years older than Trent Williams. We do have our old gray beards. And Jon Weeks is entering into his 16th season in the NFL, and the way in which that he came to the NFL was quite interesting. Because, you know, he was an undrafted free agent, as every single long snapper, kicker, and punter should be. But he had to wait 2 years after he came into the NFL or was available before he actually got his first job. And after that, 16 years, are you kidding me? That's impressive. Way to go, Jon Weeks. From Glendale, Arizona, Mountain Ridge High School, then walked on at Baylor, Texas, kind of bounced around. He was a defensive lineman and offensive lineman in high school, and in fact was a two-way MVP award winner in Arizona. 4-year letterman in football and powerlifting, voted the best defensive line player in the state by a couple article sources. But despite having this amazing career, at 5'10", you're not going to get offers. That's just not going to happen. So despite the fact that he played well, 0 college offers, no anything, walked on at Baylor, tried to play middle linebacker, then transitioned to defensive end. Then they said, dude, no, you're 5'10". That's not how it works. Then transitioned to long snapper, was a special teams captain throughout his time at Baylor, came out of college in 2008, but did not sign on with the team until 2010. Only one Pro Bowl selection. That was in 2015, so, you know, a decade ago. But still signs on with the Houston Texans in 2010. Now, that team is important for several reasons. One, Gary Kubiak was the head coach. Now, son Kubiak is on the 49ers roster. And also, there's another big coach on that 2010 Houston team. Robert Saleh was an assistant to the linebackers coach back then. How things changed in 15 years in the NFL. You just get your foot in the door. Yeah, the cream will rise to the top. So you love that there's some carryover there, and some people have been, you know, on teams with Jon Weeks in the past. That's huge. He's played in 244 games as a pro, which is incredible. 33 tackles, 1 fumble recovered. He's an Iron Man of sorts. 200 consecutive games played at one point. He has had some knee issues and some ankle issues at times. He's 39. And whenever you're on punt, you got to snap and you got to get downfield. Like, that is a part of it. And so how much longer does Jon Weeks have? I don't know. But I am thankful for the transition and the change. He was signed on March 13th, 2025. 1 year, $1.4 million deal, $200,000 guaranteed. And if you look over the career, this dude has been paid $10.7 million for a dude that got no college offers whatsoever. 5'10", $10.7 million. Love to see it. And I'm telling you, you're worried about football and the concussions, but you still want your kid to play and get a scholarship, teach them a long snap. It is never too early. Your kid's in middle school, teach them to long snap. Just pull up a couple YouTube videos, Watch them, see if they can do it. You're going to find out pretty damn quick if it translates. It is a skill, not a talent. You work at it. Trust me, long snappers are always in demand. Always in demand. Teach your kids how to long snap, please. Please. I was a long snapper in high school. I coached long snappers. It's a skill. If you just work at it, you can improve, period. Last year, played 19 games played, into the playoff run and all that fun stuff. 176 snaps, had a 57.5 grade. That's not great, but it's better than Tabor Pepper. No doubt about that. And last year, this is what's crazy, led all long snappers last year at 38 years young with 6 special teams tackles. So, hey, let's go. He even had a solo tackle, 3 assisted tackles at Denver, and reached a milestone of 200 straight games played consecutive. Love that, love that. And so you look at the roster, he's the lock. There's no competition. He's the only long snapper on there. But probably the biggest contribution is, could this help Jake Moody? Couldn't hurt. Could not hurt. Tabor Pepper did not help at all, despite on the sidelines, I guess you could say he did or did not. But consistency as a long snapper is important. You're changing the holder position, Mitch Wisnowski, all that kind of stuff's changed over. There's a lot of change. The only constant is Jake Moody. This can't hurt. Can't hurt. So any type of consistency that can increase the field goal game, extra point game is welcome. Jon Weeks, way to go. And shout out to my main man, Josh, who wrote this episode. He is a beast. And yeah, we break it all down when we do the full roster. Are we even going to do the long snapper? You bet your rear end we are. And for us, the 49ers Rush team, we're just going to keep counting them down.